Today's training session is with Lily, who is a 10 to 12-year-old mare who recently came into the rescue from auction. She seems to have some handling, but is very cautious and anxious around us and does not let us easily catch her. In this session, we're just working on communication and relaxation and respect, and eventually hoping to get to touch, which, spoiler alert, she does not allow. We start the session with just moving around, seeing if I can get her to move where I want her to move in the directions I want to go, and watching for little signs of her actually paying attention to me and not ignoring me. I'll make some pauses and see if she pauses. I might stop and see if she looks in. But for the most part, I'm just asking her to move calmly away from me in the direction I wish for her to go. There, after a couple of times of her actually looking at me and stopping with me, I did ask her to come to my hand, and she chose not to, so I'm going to ask her to move out again. A huge part of communication in a round pen, especially at this stage, is body language. So you'll notice when I want her to move, I tend to be behind her shoulder, but here I'm wanting her to stop and stand with me and look at me, so I try to get ahead of her shoulder. She's doing a really good job of stopping and looking in, but as soon as she chooses not to, I do ask her to move forward. If she's calm, I will try to walk step by step with her and just kind of keep her with me and see if I can control her speed and kind of keep her attached to me while still moving, because that seems to calm her down quite a bit. A couple of other techniques I'm using in this session with her are changing direction. I like to teach reverse, both on the ground and under saddle. We'll do figure eights. In this situation, I'm just asking her to go one way for a while and then turn and go the other way. Keeps her engaged, keep her focused. And another one I use is walking to meet her. So we might be walking parallel to each other for a while, and then you might notice that I'll switch and kind of walk towards the fence, trying to figure out exactly where we would meet if we were to stay on a collision course. So that's kind of a way of closing the gap without putting a lot of pressure on her. At this point, Lily is staying very close to me, staying very lockstep with me, but I have not broken that barrier and touched. And at this session, as early as we are in meeting her and training her, I still want her to make the first touch. That's very important to me when you have time to train that way. I could very easily throw that rope around her neck or grab that halter at this point, but I want her to make the first touch. I want her to learn that she can be with us because she wants to be, not because she has to be. So I am very much in this entire session waiting for her to make that first touch. She does not do it in this session, and that's okay. We have time to teach that, but it's a very, very important principle when I'm working with unhandled horses that I want them to want to be with humans, not be with humans because we've made them be with us. So her making that first physical contact is very important. At this point, Lily is actively ignoring my hand. While she'll stand with me, I've figured out we're kind of at an impasse, so I'm going to walk away, see that she wants to look and follow a little bit, but come back around and ask her to move out a little bit more and just kind of start all over again and bring it right back around to attempting to touch. bit of defiance there. She kind of swung her hip in, so pushed her forward. At this point in the session, we're both getting towards the end of our patience. She's starting to be a little bit more expressive that she's not quite happy with the session. So I'm a little quicker to push her forward, a little bit more force to it, and I'm going to kind of make her move more and less breathing and asking. I've pretty much determined at this point that we're not going to end the session with a touch. So now I just want to get us to a good point, which is her listening, her going where I want her to go, and then eventually her stopping and standing calmer with me. In future sessions to do a better job of making sure that the whole round pen is seen, so you don't have these moments where we're off camera. So close to being what we want, but she's still not quite calm. She still won't stand with me. And so I'm just matching her steps and keeping my energy low and trying to ask her just to stand quietly. It will take us another couple of minutes to get to where I'm happy to end the session, but we're so close to being in a good spot. this time, when she stops, she's calm, still, and she looks at me. So I choose this one to be the end.